Welcome back to AO Reliance. It's Filthy here. Coming at you with a recap on the Bugout bag BSA build video I shot before Memorial Day weekend on the contents of what was in this kit. It's basically everything out of the Boy Scouts of America Field Book Edition 3, and then a couple of added extras I threw in there. I explained all that in that video, so go back and check it out. This is a recap video on it. I was able to use it on a 2-day, 2-night fishing camping trip I went on up at Bear Canyon Lake, and it gave me a chance to use a lot of this gear that I've collected over the last year and try it out and see how it works. So in this video I'm going to talk about takeaways and add-ons to supplement this kit to make it more viable. And it's not that it isn't a viable kit, it is a real viable kit for all your outdoor recreation purposes and a 72-hour scenario event. That's it. It's the basic kit itself is not good for long-term sustainment, so that's where we get into the add-ons. Keep the kit the way it is and add a fishing kit, survival kit of some kind. This happens to be an Uncle Flint Survival Fishing Kit 2. I think it's 20 bucks off their website. Has everything in there. There's quite a bit of gear in here, actually. Go on their website and check that out. It comes in a little tin that you can use to cook with as well. And then snares. Adding some snares. These are some 24-inch fishing leaders. They come 3 in a pack. Most of your outfitter stores for about $1.85. So for under 10 bucks, you can get yourself 9 decent snares for smaller game, and not spend a whole bunch of money. And then these happen to be a couple of snares that I got when I bought the fishing kit from Uncle Flint's. I got a couple smaller game and a little bit bigger game snare set here. So you want to add at least 9 snares to the kit with the fishing survival kit, and then some kind of projectile weapon for your larger game if you're really talking long-term sustainment. You know, you're having to carve out a new life out in the wilderness. You go with slingshots, you go with guns, rifles, whatever you want. I'm choosing to go with a takedown bow. This is a gold primal takedown bow I bought off their website a year ago, and then I had it hydro dipped. It's folded up right now. It's got 50-pound limbs on it, but this will definitely take down any game animal that's out there in North America. Help with your long-term sustainment. And that's just one option. Like I said, you go firearms, rifle, shotguns, whatever your poison is. And then one of the things I was kind of disappointed about on that trip was my Snug Pack jungle bag. I bought this about a year ago, hadn't really had an opportunity to use it until this trip, and I wasn't really happy with it. It was the packaging says 46 degrees comfortable, 36 degrees extreme, and it got down to 48 degrees, and I had to wear a base layer and my mid layer and 2 pairs of socks, and my feet were still cold. But I'm not going to totally blame that on the bag about my feet. I was only wearing cotton socks. I didn't bring any wool socks with me. But wasn't happy about this. So if you like this bag because it's affordable, and it also you know, it packs tight and small, so you can, this doesn't take up much room and it isn't much weight, so there's that going for it. It could have been augmented by a fire to help keep the microclimate a little bit warmer, but another takeaway with these bags like this, these synthetic fibers, they do not like heat. They will melt, and amber gets on them, they will burn through right now. So that's not a good thing either, but if you really want to go with this bag, I suggest supplementing it with a fleece blanket or even a wool blanket, or a Soul Bivy Escape. Use that as well to help supplement it so you can get down there in them cooler temperatures. But an alright bag if you're going to stay in more mild climates. Now, like I said, with the feet being cold, I wasn't going to blame all that on the bag. I never packed any wool socks because I didn't have any, but after that trip, I went down to REI, spent $14 on a pair of 80% merino wool hiking socks. I got 2 pairs, but hopefully this will address the feet being cold issue on my next trip. In a previous video I had, in my cover video, if you're following my series on the 5 C's, I had mentioned that what you're wearing is the most important factor in cover. If you're not dressed appropriately, there's not a whole lot you can do other than natural shelters and try to build a fire. And when you're relying on that, it can get stacked up against you pretty quick. So having a good set of clothing on you, and I mentioned I was trying to develop a set of clothing that will work for me from 20 degrees to 100 degrees, and I had done a preview review on this smart wool shirt from REI, which was about $74. And I wore it out in 96 degree heat, and it did everything it advertised. It actually kept me a little bit cooler by wicking the moisture away from my body and keeping it trapped to the outside of the garment. When the wind blew, it kept me cool. So it worked there. It also worked really fine on those cold nights up there when it got below. It did its job there. It went the other way. It kept me warm. So there's that. And then the REI Sierra convertible pants, which are 100% nylon. They actually surprisingly kept me warm as well too. And I had mentioned in that previous video I wasn't that thrilled about the amount of money I'd spent on these 2 articles of clothing, and that I felt that they were cheaply built. They actually are doing what they're advertised to do, so I feel better about the buy. I'm still, I'm leaning more on the side of the fence to suggest this stuff to people to go out and purchase and use, but I'd like to take them out on a few more trips, run them through their paces, and see how their durability actually are. Anyways, guys, if you stay tuned, I have 2 videos. Each of them are about 2 minutes long that I actually took on that trip. One's on my menu kit, and the other's on the campsite. Like I said, I was wanting to shoot a whole bunch of videos up there, a lot of tutorials on and how-tos on setting up your campsite and stuff like that. But I was having technical difficulty with my camera equipment. But if the Boy Scouts of America kit looks like it's something that would work for you, go back, check out the video, see what I got in there. Put one together for yourself and check it out. No kit you ever build from scratch is ever going to be your final kit. Once you start going out using it, you're going to find out what works, doesn't work for you, and you're going to have to figure out what to take away and add to your kits. But stay tuned for those other 2 videos on the how-tos, and then I'm also going to come at you with my next Bugout bag build, which is going to be the individual combat load, which I haven't been in the military, but I've done my research online, and I found something from the Marine Corps that broke down their 4-hour, 4-day, 4-week, 4-month loadouts, and I will feature a build based around that, and we'll take it out, use it, and see how it works. But till then, guys, keep it safe, and remember, it's always better to have it, not need it, than to need it, and not have it. Take care.